Welcome to this session of Genius Test Institute and welcome to our channel, YouTube channel also. In this session we are going to present a CBSE class 12 maths question paper solution of the year 2020, which is already completed just few hours before. So let's start this session. This is the first question in the set 1, that matrix auto is not invertible. For lambda equal to this, lambda equal to this, these are the four alternate solutions are there. So the solution is not invertible if the matrix this determinant value equals to 0, and if we solve it, this will be the final answer. So option C is correct. Okay. So let us move on to the next question. Okay. So this is the second question. In the second question, the question is the number of arbitrary constants in the particular solution of a differential equation of second order is or are. Options are 0, 1, 2 and 3. So correct option is option A. The reason is that in any differential equation, whenever we solve and find out the particular solution, we use the values of x and y, so that we can remove all the arbitrary constant. So no option of having any arbitrary constant in the particular solution. So answer A or option A is correct. Now come to the question number 3. The value of tan inverse of tan of this is also option A is correct. The reason is the tan inverse of tan of this equals to tan of this, and the final is this is the result. Now from this thing, the final answer will be this. Why? The reason is that the principal interval for tan theta is the theta belongs to the minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Okay, so the option A is correct option. Now moving to the question number 4. So before we move into the question number 4, I would request to all the viewers, those are new into our Genius Test Institute channel, please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon. So whenever we upload any interesting video, it will be really helpful for you, so that you can easily find out. You don't have to search anything. And next thing is that if you have any suggestion or any comment or any special topic you want to get explained from us, please write it into the comment box so that our team can give you the best for you. Please move on to the next question. Okay, question number 4. The corner points of the visible region determined by the system of linear inequalities are this and this. If the maximum value of z equals to ax plus by, where a comma b greater than 0 occurs at both 2 comma 4 and 4 comma 0, then which one of the option is correct? So the correct answer is option A. The reason is at 2 comma 4 the z value is coming this 2a plus 4b goes to 1, and at 4 comma 0 the value is coming 4a. So according to the problem, both of them are maxima. So these two must be equal, which gives this result. Therefore A equals to 2b, means option A is correct. So move on to the next question, question number 5. Okay, friends, question number 5. If A and B are two independent events, now this independent event with probability of A equals to 1/3 and probability of B equals to 1/4, then probability of B complement slash A is equal to option A is 1/4, option B is 1/3, option C is 3/4 and option D is 1. Now option C is correct. Why? Come to the solution. The probability of B dash slash A equal to 1 minus is the concept of conditional probability. Now this expression can be replaced with this probability of A into probability of B because of this independent event property. So after cancelling probability of A slash probability of B, so the answer will be 1 minus probability of B, and that is 1 minus 1 by 4 equals to 3 by 4. So option C is the correct answer. So come to the question number 7, that is integration 1 to e log x by x dx is equals to option A e square by 2, option B 1, option C half, and option D minus infinity. So solution is the correct answer C, half is the correct answer. How? That integration log x by x dx equals to, we are putting that log x equals to t, therefore 1 by x dx. After differentiating this expression in both sides, we are getting 1 by x dx equal to dt. Now replacing this expression a dx by x as dt and log x as t. Now integrating this expression, we are getting e square by 2 plus c. Now t is replacing with log x, so it will be half log x whole square plus c. Now come to this expression which was given earlier, that is this expression. So this integration result will be half of this with upper limit e and the lower limit 1. Now after putting this upper limit x, we are getting log base e number e square minus log base e number 1 square also. So this log base e number 1 equals to 1 and log base e 1, this equals to 0. So the final answer is half. This is option C is correct answer. Okay, so move on to the next question, question number 8. Question number 8, that is a point P lies on the line segment joining the points this and this. If the coordinates of P is 2, then its Z coordinate is option A is -1, option B is 4, option C is 3 by 2, and option D is 8. So the correct answer is option B. Reason? Come to the solution. That is, consider point A and B, where P divides the point AB in the ratio of m is to 1, which we have already considered here. The ratio is m is to n. Now, the coordinates of P will be with this mn concept, it will be this, as we know. Now at P, x coordinate is given 2, therefore this expression equal to 2, which implies this expression after multiplying this with 2 it will become this. Now when 2m 5m, it will be 3m in left hand side, and in the right hand side it will be 3m. So after cancelling out, it will be m is to n. Therefore the ratio will be m is to n equals to 1 is to 1. Therefore, putting this value in this expression, we will find out the coordinates of z, and that is coming 6 plus 2 by 4, that is 8 by 2, that is equals to 4. Means option B is the correct answer. So move on to the question number 9. Our next. Okay, question number 9. If the projection of A vector B on B vector B is 0, then the value of lambda is option A is 0, B option 1, C option minus 2 by 3, D option minus 3 by 2. Since the projection is 0, therefore A vector dot B vector equal to 0 vector, so dot product will be equal to 0. So the final answer is coming lambda equals to minus 2 by 3. Okay, so next move on to the question number 10. Question number 10. The vector equation of the line passing through the point this and perpendicular to the plane z equals to 0 is option A given, B, option C and option D. Clearly option A is correct. Reason, if we consider A, this expression, now R is a vector. Now from vector equation we are converting this expression into a Cartesian equation. So putting R equals to x, I, y, j and z, k, and combining this expression for I and this for j and this for k. So comparing both sides, we are getting x equals to minus 1 plus lambda, y equals to this 5 plus lambda and z equals to 4. So finally we are getting, after side changing, that x plus 1 by 1 equals to lambda, y minus 5 by 1 equals to lambda and z minus 4 by 0 equals to lambda. So combining all these three, we are getting x plus 1 by y minus 5 by 1, z minus 4 by 0. So clearly, which represents that this line is passing through minus 1, 5, 4 and it is perpendicular to the plane z equals to 0. This represents this. So clearly the option A is correct. So moving on to the question number 11. So question number 11, the position vector of 2 points A and B are, first OA position vector is given this and OB position vector is given this respectively. Now the position vector of A point P, which divides the line segment joining A and B in the ratio 2:1, is this. Answer. Solution is the position vector. If we see the diagram that A and this is B, the ratio is 2:1 per P. So this, with the segment formula concept, we can find out the position vector of OP with some origin O, that will be this into this number plus this into this number divided by this plus this. This is the concept into I. And same concept for the J part and also for the K part. Therefore, OP equals to, this is the final answer. So this is the, we should write in the fill in the blank portion. Okay. So move on to the question number 12. That the equation of the normal to the curve y square equals to 8x at the origin is y equals to 0, because this is y square equals to this. After differentiating this, we are getting this expression. At origin 0, 0, the slope is infinity. Now the equation of normal at 0, 0 will be this. This is the equation format. Now this value is undefined, that's infinity. So something by infinity is 0. So 1 y minus 0, this expression will give y equal to 0. So this is the answer. So move on to the question number 12, but OR part. So let us start the additional part, which is OR of question number 12. This is question number 12, OR part. The question is given, the radius of a circle is increasing at the uniform rate of 3 cm per second at the instant when the radius of the curve of the circle is 2 cm. Its area increases at the rate of, answer will be 12 pi per second, that 12 pi centimeter square per second. Solution is A equals to this dA by dt. After differentiating with respect to t, we are getting this expression. Now the r is given 2 and dr by dt, that radius is increasing at the rate of 3 cm per second. It is given in the question. So the solution is that 12 pi centimeter square per second means area is increasing at the rate of 12 centimeters square per second. So next, moving on to the question number 13. So question number 13 is A is a square matrix of order 3, and we know that the given expression is always value equal to 0, because that every row of a matrix has to multiply with the corresponding cofactors. But in this case, that the elements are different and the cofactors are of the different, so the result is 0. Now question number 13 or part, it is given if the matrix A is both symmetric and skew symmetric, then the matrix is a null matrix. Now question number 14, if a relation R is a set A is called the symmetric if A1, A2 belongs to R, implies A2, A1 belongs to R for all A, B belongs to A. Similarly, so question number 15, that the greatest integer function defined by fx equals to this greatest integer within 0, x, 0 less than x less than 2 is not differentiable at x equals to 1, because every greatest integer function is not continuous at all the integer points. So that's why here we are getting the integer point at x equals to 1. So this point, at this point, the function is not differentiable. Okay. So moving on to the next question, question number 16. Okay.